My world felt pretty stable, but it only took about 5 minutes up there to throw all of that out the window. So about 4 weeks ago, I turned 24 and left my job to travel the world as a freelance filmmaker for a year, with the idea kind of being to get some perspective, learn some stories. And this has been, without a doubt, the craziest week as a 24-year-old. Right now I'm in Romey, New Zealand, and for the last week, I've been trying to film gliders. Gliders are basically a glorified paper airplane. They have no wings. No, they do have wings. They have no engine, giant wings. But if you're a good pilot, you can take these things thousands of kilometers and hundreds of miles per hour. It's awesome. So over the course of the past week, I've been in helicopters, I've been in planes, I've been on the ground, I've put GoPros on them, but I really don't think you can capture what it's like being in the glider until you are one. So naturally, the next step was to actually film from a glider. This is Dan. Dan, what is the plan?
Plan is to tow onto this mountain here, Black Peak, climb as high as we can, and then all the cool stuff.
Does the motor work?
No.
Open this thing, touch this thing, take us up there.
Oscar Mike Alpha or Alpha?
So that shot was actually the last shot I got in the glider, because right after we disconnected from the tow plane, we started to spin, which is actually a really natural thing for a glider to do. You see, gliders don't have any engines, so they're always going to be falling down in still air. But if there's lift from hot air coming off of the ground, then they can kind of catch into that and move up a little bit. Instead of staying in the same place, they kind of just circle around and around and around until they get high enough to be able to cruise over to the next pocket of lift. So I turned off the camera because I was feeling a little bit nauseous because we were circling around, but I was just so excited because, oh, where's my camera going? Up, more up, more up, yes. But I was so excited because I was finally in a glider. Now I was gonna have a chance to actually get up into the sky, how the gliders do, and understand what it's like to kind of actually soar like a bird. But that's around when my legs started to tingle a little bit. Just go a little bit numb, almost as if they're falling asleep. But very quickly, that tingling began to spread to my fingers, my arms, my chest, and I started to get pretty worried. Whether I said something to Dan or maybe he just knew something was up, but he turned the glider around and immediately started heading for the airport, which is a good thing because a couple minutes later, I couldn't move my arms, I couldn't talk, and my chest was beginning to get paralyzed. I was terrified. You know, 10 minutes ago, I was just excited to go on a glider ride. I was gonna go up in the sky, take some cool pictures, maybe a super cool movie. And then now I'm sitting there like I've bit an electric fence. I can't move my face at all. My arms are so tightly curled that the muscles I can feel them clenching. It's like the worst Charlie horse of your life on your entire body. My chest has this pressure. It's keeping me from breathing, and I'm just sucking at air. Yeah, I didn't see something like that coming. And it really kind of threw my whole world for a loop. I thought I had another 2 or 3 good decades at least, and now I'm wondering if it's a heart attack or a stroke or both. But I don't know if I've ever felt quite so helpless sitting in that cockpit. So while I was busy sucking in air and working on not passing out, Dan landed the glider, And then Keith was there opening the canopy. The guy was running across the field, and they're all looking really concerned when they saw my face. And then they're asking me questions, and I was kind of garbling answers because I couldn't really move my chest or throat. And that made them really concerned, but I felt a lot better having them there. My hands were able to uncurl a little bit. I could now talk, although it's still a little slurry. Right, here you go. Okay, so stuff's getting a lot better. We're up there and felt a little nauseous. Moved this hand for a while, it was completely stuck, couldn't move anything. And now we're here. Okay, fuck. What was that, for like full 15 minutes?
About 15 minutes, yeah.
Wow, gladding's tough. The EMTs were there, the ambulance was there, they made me sit on the ground and gave me a blanket like I was taking a nap. Here we are, taking a nap on the airfield. Standard post-gladding procedure. I'm getting the full treatment right now. Yeah, I've got fingers pricked, got like little nodules things going on. So free physical, all you gotta do is just like have some mid-air health issue. That's what American healthcare has come to, is you have to go to New Zealand, fake a stroke to get a checkup. Took my pulse a billion times, got all kinds of tests. Oh, like what's the
ECG, just shows the electrical activity in your heart. So if you were having a heart attack or something, that would possibly show up here.
And I'm not having a heart attack.
It doesn't look like it, no. You don't, not displaying symptoms, but...
It's a cardiograph, I even got an ambulance ride to the doctors.
You just step on through here.
Medical center. Alright, the doctor is ringing up some stuff right now, but we have an answer, we know what happened, we know what's going on. Do you know what it was? Hyperventilation. I wasn't able to take a deep enough breath, I wasn't relaxed, and it turned into this vicious cycle where the more stressed I got, the less relaxed I was, and the less of a breath I could take in, which I needed. And that whole cycle kind of got me into this situation I was in. Like, literally all of that could have been avoided if I was just able to relax a little bit, take a deep breath. It all would have been okay. So this whole thing kind of taught me, I guess, 3 lessons. First, the community at Omarama is amazing. You guys literally saved my butt. Thank you so much. Second, I mean, as cliche as it sounds, you can't take life for granted. You know, you might think you have another 50 years, but you might only have another 5 days, and you'll never know. So you really have to, I guess, make those choices accordingly and try to live your life like that. That's my new goal. And third, no matter what's going on, if you just take time to take a deep breath and relax, everything is gonna be okay. Also, totally forgot, but if anybody's looking for a hint for Christmas, I'm gonna put a link to the Omarama First Responders donation page down below. They did an incredible job and they deserve the funds, and it's all volunteer, so I'm sure they could use them.